So we're going to go ahead and work up this ridge right here and see what we can find. I don't see too many dig holes. And I think this is just a beautiful little outcropping. It's just like a piece, it's like a work of art. Looks like a little tower here, castle walls, well fortified for ants. It's just so cool, isn't it? But you never know. I mean, this is kind of like fresh erosion. There could be little nuggets right here, right here, right here, right here. And we got the machine to find it. Let's quit yapping. Get to work. So I'm still working this little wash going up through here, and it's getting very interesting. You can see the rocks all piled up where the Chinese came in here and built these rock walls all along here to help work this little stream. I guess what they would do is they'd build a wall over there, and they could get all the dirt from here, put it up in there, maybe back and forth. I'm not 100% on that, but this looks really, really sweet. Getting a few signals, no gold yet. But we'll hunt this area. I mean, this is a heavily, metal detected area we're in. So I'm not super hopeful, but it's so cool just to be here, just to see what I'm seeing. And you never know. I mean, look at this right here. There could be some fresh stuff washed out of these banks that no one's ever metal detected before. And there certainly was behind me. Didn't get anything, but that's pretty much the way it is when you're detecting. Sometimes you get stuff, sometimes you don't. But we're going to work our way up around this bend. You can see it looks pretty good. Maybe where it cuts into that bank, maybe some fresh stuff coming down, and nice specimen nugget just waiting on us. Specimen nugget with 14.7 ounces of gold. Yeah. So I just walked through a big spider web and gave me a heart attack, because I know pretty much everything down here will kill you. I don't know what kind of spider this is. Kind of reminds me of the orb weavers we have back home. But I'm sure it will probably take a leg off if it bit me. What do you think? The chig just survived instant death. I don't know what that thing is. It's pretty ugly though. It's really the first big spider I've seen. Wow, he's got a weird looking back, doesn't he? Not sure what that thing looks like. Neat design. Maybe we should keep him. Want to catch him? Turn him into a camp pet? Alright, so here's what we're doing. We're still working our way up this ravine. You can see lots of working still. Some big holes dug, so we know that people have been metal detecting here over the years. I'm going to go up to this where it forks. Maybe go one way, maybe the other. Who knows which way we're going to go? I sure don't. But we're going to detect for about another hour. Then we have to break camp and move on. So we don't have a lot of time to find some stuff. Everyone else, I think Warren's actually looking in some Chinese camps. But we're going to concentrate on nuggets, which is a risky proposition because there's a lot less nuggets to be found right here probably than Chinese coins and other artifacts. But we're going to give it a go. I kind of feel like I'm being lured into a trap in this ravine here. Getting narrower and narrower. The sides are getting taller. Pretty soon I won't be able to get out. Who knows what's waiting up there for me? Maybe a giant shelob. But we're prospectors, so we have to push on. We're going to go to that mountain where it's that cliff face up there. Then we're going to have to turn around because we can't be out here all day. But we might go across the top on the way back if we make it back. Lots of forts in here. I know this has been detected, but I'm hoping maybe some stuff is washed out of that bank, or maybe been turned around a little bit down there. Maybe some of these rocks have been moved, and we can find ourselves a nice little nugget. What's in there? Maybe we can find ourselves a nice little nugget. Wish me luck. I'm glad I didn't have my camera running there. Woo! Got a little bit of a scream, a little bit of cussing. So I walked right through a spider web, right in my face. Again. And same type of spider right there. I absolutely promise you I am going to pay attention from now on out. You got to remember, guys, I'm not from these parts, and everything I've ever heard about Australia, and everything us Americans have ever heard about Australia, is that anything you touch can kill you, or maybe even look at from a distance. I'm not sure. So I'm a little bit with every little creature I see. Not really, but that spider scared the heck out of me because it was in my face. Oh, not many signals in here. I mean, I'm getting some blips and blaps of little pieces of rust that I'm digging, but it doesn't make for exciting video. So I'm gonna wait till I get that good signal and we'll get the camera rolling. I don't know if we should go through that. Now it looks like snake heaven to me. What do you think? Let's go. We'll just walk real slow. So we're at the proverbial fork in the road. And I'm not sure. I think we're just going to go to this little one right here because it stops right there. That way we can actually turn around and start heading back. That one could go a ways longer. I'd love to stay out here for like a month and do this, but we just don't have the time because I don't have the time. And Australia's so big, it takes you a day to get anywhere, and that's getting nowhere really. That's like just next door. All right, let's get back to digging. If I get a signal, I'm going to show it to you, I promise, but I'm just not getting any signals except that little blips of iron and occasionally kind of a hot rock signal, which I have come to learn is a hot rock pretty easy. Dead end. I shouldn't say dead, should I? The end of this little trail right here, where we can return to the camp. All right. I don't know what that was. Man, there's a lot of birds that make weird noises here. We're getting out of the ravine. We're going to head across the top. There's some type of hornet or wasp or bee nest, probably from the trees. And what I'm going to do is just kind of look along these edges. You know, you can see how it's all this quartz and stuff. And we're going to just detect through here. Take our time. That's actually a dig hole right there. Could be 10 years old, I don't know, but it's a dig hole. And just gonna work this face all the way back to camp. Maybe some dig holes up here too. Yeah, so got some dig holes up here. So I mean, this is a heavily worked area, so our chances aren't real good. But we got 3 dig holes pretty close together with very few targets, man-made targets here. So maybe they were digging gold. And we'll find us our own little patch somewhere in here. I hope. Absolutely amazed at how fast it gets hot out here. I mean, it's only been 20 minutes or half an hour since I last talked to you, and it's like roasting in the sun. Almost back to camp. I'm getting like almost no signals, but I got a nice kind of big signal here, so I went ahead and dug it. And although it's not a piece of gold, it's an artifact. See it? That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's what we call a boot heel plate. This goes on the bottom of a boot right here, just like a horseshoe, and typically they'll have one on the front too. And what that does, well, let me demonstrate, is it keeps you from doing this. You know, that helps protect the front of the shoe, and of course this helps protect the leather, because these would have been on leather of the back. So it just makes them last longer. You can see that one's really thin, so it was worn for a long time. But I've noticed personally that these things seem to make it very difficult to walk on rocks. It's slippery because they're hard on hard rock and it slides, and you can go boom really easily. Kind of working my way along this little fresh rill, hoping that maybe the last big rainstorms they had here might have washed some stuff around a little bit. But I actually came up the hill, didn't find anything. We're almost to the top. We're going to hit this trail, walk back, keep hunting, and if I get anything else, I'll show it to you, and if not, I'm going to say my goodbyes, but not until we get to the bottom. So we're almost back to camp. In fact, it's less than 100 yards that way. You can't quite see it because of the little hill, but I'm working this ravine, trying to squeak out or eke out a few more targets. And I actually have a pretty decent little target right here. I dug it out of that hole. It's small, and I think it's non-ferrous. Now we're getting close to the Chinese camp, so you know, it may not be gold, but that's something I definitely wouldn't pass up in the gold fields. It's small though. Like I said, we are in the close to the camps, so it might not be anything. And that's probably that thing right there. It's a 22 bullet. That's exactly what it is, a fired 22 caliber bullet. Well, we know there's targets here. If a gold hunter would have heard that, they would definitely dug it and put it in the pocket. We just work this a little bit longer since we got a target out of here. And as soon as they start saying boo, we'll go, because they're right over the hill. They probably don't know I'm here though, so be quiet. I don't want them to call me back yet. I'm almost back at camp where I was walking around barefooted last night. I was.
We found a little bit of a wildlife hole. I'm going to encourage Bo to poke his finger down this hole and see what's in there. I don't like the look of
Oh,
it.
jeez. I know what that is, and I've never seen one in real life. It's scary.
Yeah. We got some kind of big arachnid in here.
Oh my God. Look at
The
that.
size of that hole.
So that's a funnel web?
Oh, it won't be a funnel web,
Maybe?
but it'll be a relation of
Okay.
it. They don't come up this far north, but there's a couple of them around this spot, but it's a bit scary looking.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to be in that one.
He'd be asleep in there somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
If you like, take a little stick and poke the outside.
We could stir
We
him
should
up.
try that.
There's a few of them around.
I mean,
so
not like, you know, I've done this with little underground spiders back home. Of course, we're talking, so you probably already knows they're here, but just kind of... Oh, did they come out and hunt, though, don't they?
Yeah.
So they're not like web people.
No.
I don't think I really want one to come out anyway.
Could be one of those faceless.
Yeah, I think we might have to abandon our metal detectors. How'd you do? Find anything?
Well, this little spot's in a Chinese camp. I got a half cash coin.
Oh, can we see?
A run of pinfire ammunition.
Is
And
this...
we got some buttons. Some
Oh,
nice.
really?
And Colin got a couple that were branded. There's some pinfire. There's a couple of buttons we got.
Nice.
There's the coin I got. That's a half cash.
Yeah.
So we can identify that to the reign of the emperor.
You know, it's funny because, you know, I was just over in there going up the hills and there's like no targets.
No.
Like one little piece of tin, you know, that was about it, and
They
122
didn't
bullet.
tend to drift too far from where
Yeah.
they needed to be.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Well, they weren't tourists, I guess.
Same
Well, you look
stuff.
like you're taking. You've been in the bush. You're all covered in black. You've been
Am I?
you've been working hard. You can't see it, but I can.
I can't see it. Good enough for me, I can't see.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, good.
Yeah.
You're going to hunt around just a little bit more, or we have to
Yeah.
hit the road?
we're going to hit the road shortly.
Soon.
Pull up camp and head south and do some maybe World War II hunting.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. All right, I'm going to try my luck here for just a couple minutes.
Yep.
Get one relic at least.
Yep.
And
There
then
are any
we'll
of the
see
buttons
what
and
we do.
pinfire rounds.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. Or I'll just watch Warren. I'm kind of tired.
So that looks like the remnants of the camp and the fire. You know what I mean? That's where they lay them on the floor.
Oh, these rocks here.
Yeah.
Whenever you see those out
Yeah.
bunched around, you
a couple
kind
of
of.
these creek flats and they're broken glass and ceramic.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out a little bit, see what I can find. So I had a weird little signal here, and I figured it's another piece of brass because there's so much that small, strippy, thin brass. There's so much out here. I'm actually kind of skipping those signals. But this one was jumping around a little bit, so I went ahead and dug it. And sure enough, it's a little strip of brass. But as I looked at my finger, there's something else on my finger. That's a little strip of brass I just picked up, and that was stuck to it. Stuck to my finger. So that's some type of little brass chain, I think. I'll have to show that to Warren, see what he thinks about that. I'm sure that's going to be an old Chinese... I wonder if it's gold. Looks like it's gold. Is it gold? Is it? Ah, it's got to be brass. It's green, but just for some reason looks like underneath it, it's like that's dirt, and underneath it's gold. All right, I'm going to do a field cleaning. We're going to take a look at it, and, well, we're going to see if it's gold or brass. And I know that's not heavy enough to be gold, actually. Don't even need to do a field cleaning. All right, I'll find this little piece of strip of stuff. So I'm up here, you know, with all of this quartz. It's a little bit out of the bottom. I mean, there's a lot of targets, but I'm hoping there's a nugget mixed in here. You never know. I know Warren's going to kill me because every time I find something, I don't know what it is. I'm like, what's this, Warren? He's like, I just want to dig, man. He's like the rest of us.
I'm halfway through
All
a
right.
dig, but it's
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
What do you make of that?
Lovely bit of chain. That's
Any specific significance or just a little chain?
no, that's that box chain kind of stuff. That would be
The what?
Chinese. It's like a box chain, like it's square chain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's
kind of
that's
boxy, yeah.
jewelry or related.
Yeah.
Like they hung a lot of stuff around their neck, like Lucky Charm coins and stuff. But you weren't going to check. Did you check the hole?
No,
What was there?
Yeah, so you think it's something on the end? That
Quite
could have
possibly.
been.
Quite
Yeah,
possibly.
no, it was a little piece of strip of brass and out of the same hole, but I haven't checked it yet.
That's nice. It's a bit of fine brass chain. That's definitely gold rush. I'd say Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what you'll find in Chinese relics.
Yes,
so
that's,
logical.
that's very fine.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
you
very
wouldn't think
fine.
they'd had something like that out here working.
Yeah, and it's, yeah.
Yeah, high class stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe the next one's gonna be gold.
Oh, it could be.
Let's
They
see
might
what you
a
have.
nugget
Oh,
hanging on it.
huh?
Could have had a nugget hanging off the end of that.
That's true. I'm gonna go back and look.
Yeah. All
I'm
right,
gonna keep my eye on my machine up there too, to make sure nobody
Somewhere
else
up in
goes
the
up
grass.
there. A little something?
Oh, it's a 50. It's got a bit of tan roll on it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Yeah, it's could be a bit of that opium tin brass, or what have we been calling it?
There's so much of that
fine
out
tin
here.
brass.
Everywhere it seems like there's a lot of that. But it reads consistent though.
It
You
is.
don't really have to dig it if you don't want
No.
to.
You can nearly walk
But-
past the...
But you're gonna probably miss some good stuff. What is it? What is it?
Oh, it's a rock. Hang on. The pinpointer
That's not
doesn't
a
like that.
rock.
That's
There's,
the target.
there's something in there.
Yeah, hang on. How are we going to do this delicately?
No. What if it's a gold coin and you smush it?
It's like concrete. Oh,
Is
you're
it?
right.
Is it really?
This could be my gold
He's
sovereignty
like,
thing.
all right. He's gonna smush it. You know he is. That's not gonna hurt. There you go. What is it?
Did you see anything fall out of there?
See that little square
Yeah.
thing? Yeah. Is that tin? Oh, what is it?
That's it. What is that? It's just... It's a bit... It looks like a little clip, but I think it's part of that brass tin stuff.
Probably so.
But hear that
Looks
signal?
a little different though, you know.
Yeah, it does. It does
Yeah.
look different. It's like usually. It
What's
comes
it
in that
read? What's it
strip.
read? You ought to check see what it
58.
reads.
It was
Oh, that's
58.
too high for me on those things.
Well, that's why I dug it, because
Yeah.
that brass tin seems to be in the 40, like
Yeah.
mid-40s. Yeah, that's the target.
Yeah, so it might be something a little different. Oh, sweet.
Yep.
I'm gonna go find that little gold nugget that was
Find the
stuck
rest
to
of
my
that.
chain.
With a little gold Buddha hanging off the end
A
of it.
little gold Buddha. I don't want a little gold Buddha. I want a big gold Buddha. If I can find my metal detector, it's up here on the hill somewhere. Do you see it? There we are. Yeah, so we haven't checked the hole yet, but we got 2 targets out of it. Maybe there's another. Yeah, right there. Let's check it. I got my headphones on, so it's gonna be hard to hear, but you ready? There's more target there. A little lower than that tin, but not much. I suspect it's some more of that little sheet brass in there. Let's dig it up together. I should be up in front of it. Ah, yeah, there it is. See it sticking up. Some more of this. That's really thin. I wonder what that was. That's almost like it was a strip, like you pulled it off to open something. Probably more of that, but we're going to check anyway. Yeah, there's more of it in there. But there might be a little tiny gold Buddha too. They have found them out here. Alright. I wasn't very careful digging that, was I? Alright, I didn't look at the numbers, so. Oh, it's more of that chain, look. Oh, what's on the end? Looky. George was telling me that there's something they would wear around their neck. It was like the ancient Leatherman. It was a multi-purpose tool type thing. It had a bunch of different tools on it. They would actually wear it around their neck. Now this seems like it's too light a chain for that to me, but it's definitely a chain that had things hanging from it. See what we got. You ready? Might be a gold nugget. Is it? Is it? I don't see any gold nuggets. I'm not sure where we actually left off digging this little chain thingy because my SD card got full. It went beep. I had to go back to camp and get the card. But let's take a look at what we got. Digging the hole here, and we got some more of this chain. And fell apart. Very, very fragile. It's actually whole when I first dug it on the other scene, so hopefully that worked. But yeah, it looks like it's a might have had several things hanging on it. And I'm hoping that maybe there's a nugget or something else in the hole. So I got a nice couple pieces of this, got some little scraps of that brassy, soft brassy stuff out of this one hole. And we're going to keep going. Let's check it with a machine. Metal detector, see if there's any more in there. No, not really hearing anything. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just scratch this around a little bit and pull this back just in case there was a nugget on there or a little tiny gold Buddha statue. And then we'll search around a little bit more. But I really suspect that my time is limited because George is headed back to the camp. So he's going to want to get packed up and hit the road. We got a long drive ahead of us just to get out of here. So it's been fun. So this is the hole where I got the chain. I was kind of filling it back in. And I noticed there's another piece of metal right here. I heard it with a metal detector. So I was checking it. Well, I thought that came out of the hole, but it must have just been laying there. That is something, I don't know what this is. It's not a washer. I think it's almost decorative, doesn't it? That could be interesting right there. That might be an interesting little artifact. Hope George knows what it is. He's kind of a resident. Well, he's not a resident. Well, he is a resident, but he comes up. He's been coming up here metal detecting for a couple decades at least. So he might know what that is. I think that's going to be something cool. Feels very old. I'm going to keep working this area right in here, looking for targets and see if I'm going to find that little gold Buddha. It might be here. Let's just listen together for a minute. And here's lots of little chips of iron. Not really hearing any non-ferrous targets though. Some more iron right there. Yeah, something right there. I might have dug this out of the hole too. Might be in that loose dirt. Take that back. Is that it? Something right here. Oh, it's a little cartridge. Oh, a little pinfire cartridge. Again, that's a pistol cartridge, probably. Pretty old, you know, late 1800s, mid to late. And it's all come out of this one little hole area. That's kind of cool right there. Some iron. Taking a pick back a little further. That's a small piece of something there. That could be that. It could be that little brassy. Yeah, it is. Look, I can see it. Is that it? Yeah. Wow, that was really thin. I just broke it. This stuff's kind of annoying, actually. Yeah, that's all that was. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn you off for a few minutes, do a quick scan, because I think they'll be calling me soon. And I want to find that one little piece of gold in here before we go. This is this broken glass right there. A slightly different target here. I kind of scratched the dirt back. It's reading right about where that strippy stuff reads, but that's what it is. Well, it's not exactly that, but that could be something different. That could be topped to a little container. Could be a little container that's full of gold nuggets. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, we're going to check that hole, see if there's some nuggets in there before we move on. Yeah, got a little bit more squeaky stuff. I'll dig it out a little bit, and if there's anything good, I'll let you know.
What I have here is fairly typical of the golfers. It's a lid off a Vesta matchbox. So you can see it's Bell and Black trademark London.
Matchbox.
Matchbox.
Like for fire.
For fire.
Oh, cool.
So there'll be big long Vesta matches, wax matches. And on the bottom of the tin was a little square tin. They had a striking surface.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen those out here, any of those yet. But I do have something I want you to look at, too.
Yeah, okay.
So this would date to the
1870s.
Chinese camps.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool right there.
So that came from the local.
I think I found probably a few of these, but they were just like lots of little pieces.
When you find them, if you get the whole box, it's got a little shelf inside it, which I think they might have put a bit of tinder in there or something too, but I don't know. These are, you find these broken up.
I don't think you need tinder out here, do you?
No, you don't need.
Well, this time of year anyway,
it's tinder dry. That's for sure.
I appreciate you showing that to me.
Yeah.
I've been finding these up on the hill. Little thing here. What is that? But, I found several of them, and hold on a second.
This is.
I found several of them in different areas. Not right together.
You look at the shape kind of thing.
Yeah, they're kind of weirdly shaped, and
I'm not sure.
Broken,
it could be the part. This could be the parts of a supply, a little match tin. It's not a. That's a tin. That's actually made of tin. This is brass. I'm not sure what that is, to be honest.
Well, ask George, maybe he might know.
Look, it's 2 layers to it.
It's something weird.
Yep, that's a good little find, though. Excellent. It's definitely a bit of history.
Okay.
Yeah.
A few more minutes?
A few more minutes and we're done.
Okay.
Look at this too, a little pewter spoon. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, man.
I think that's Chinese. It doesn't look European.
Yeah, why you think it's made that way, or something they did a field?
I don't know what happened, but it's really pointy at the end. That's going to hurt when you stick it in your mouth, so I'm not sure what it's for.
Maybe it doesn't go in your mouth.
No,
Take it away. I've never seen one with a twisted handle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a good art. That's a cool little relic.
Well, it could be a field modification, but maybe not. I'll ask George.
I mean, how would you? It seemed like it would break if it was pewter, but
they wouldn't have time to trench art kind of thing where they're modelling.
Yeah, they'd be out there.
They wouldn't bother
digging.
They're digging holes.
Yep. Well, it's time to break down camp and hit the road. I hope you enjoyed that little video and little short hunt this morning. We got some more good stuff coming up down here, down under, with NQ. What? NQ what?
NQ Explorers.
NQ Explorers. I'll put the link in at the end of the video or a pinned comment or something. Garrett, Australia, and of course Garrett Metal Detectors from the good old US of A, who helped sponsor me, well, did sponsor me to come over here and do this. I'm very grateful for that. They're good people.
Until I go to sleep, she'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be.